Hi everyone, my name is SKVERNC and here is a quick look into my files. This is not gonna be a usual video where I show how to exactly animate. It is more about how my layout, if that makes sense, looks like. So I decided to make this video because I understand that when I was learning how to animate, I really missed out on videos like this because layer management and how to do it properly and efficiently. At least I know that if I saw this video, I would definitely find it helpful. So let's just dive in. So I'm starting off with showing you how I did the first rough sketches. It is like the basic frames, the basic poses of just so I could figure where the dog moves, basically. Yeah, that's it. It's more like an animatic, but with a little bit more frames in it, in between. And here is the layer that I did after that. I added a lot of in-betweens, tried to make it as smooth as possible. And yeah, basically I did a clean sketch, and after that I'm gonna be lining it. Here's the second shot, and I did a rough sketch of how it's gonna look like. It's more about composition than about exactly animation. Here I'm showing you again the final clean sketch phase after showing you the line, and yeah, that's kinda it. Also, I want to mention that when I'm doing the line, at first I'm doing the muzzle, and then I working on fur and ears. And after that, I'm working on markings like you can see on his ears, there is a scratches. I did that after all the line was done, because it's just easier to focus on one thing at a time, so your attention doesn't spread out a lot. And after I'm done with the line, I'm starting to working at color. At first, I'm just filling in the line, that's it. Then I'm proceeding to draw additional layers with mouth markings, with teeth, and with eyes. And I'm just doing one step at a time because it saves a lot of time when you're just focusing on one thing. Just like with the line, I'm focusing on one thing and doing it through all animation. Then I'm going to the next one. Yeah, the scars, it was like the most satisfying thing to do, even it's all complicated, but I really enjoyed doing the scars more than I enjoyed everything else. As for my shading, I'm doing basic layer with overall shape of light, as you can see, and then I'm duplicating it and I'm blurring it, so it's like two similar layers, but just one is blurred, so it's kind of give a little bit dimension, and it doesn't look that rough and sketchy, I guess. I also did one layer fill in one solid color, and with transparencies the character will look more like in the background and not popping out of it too much, if that makes sense. Here is the exclusive video of how I wanted to make a chain going around his neck, but I decided that's gonna be like insanely difficult, so I just skipped that step. But I think it actually looked really good. But just animating the chain is almost like you're just shooting yourself with a bullet in the brain, because it's a lot of suffering. Yeah, I decided to save my sanity and skip that step. And so now I'm going to do the second scene, and it's a lot not simpler, because there's basically like a static wolf lying dead. And yeah, here I'm showing you how he's lying dead. Then there's the sketch phase of a simple movement. It's not detailed, it's not a lot of betweens, like paw moving, because I actually struggled with it. how to do it moving and not like just wiggling hysterically. So then I lined the lip sync, and then I lined the body. I decided to do head and body separate because it would be a lot easier for me, and because it's like I said, it saves a lot of time, and I actually don't think that doing it in one layer would do too much favor to it. I think it would look more wiggling and jizzling, if that's even a word. So yeah. Here is, I actually made a new project to create the last scene from the pork soda meme because I needed a different format. I needed my vertical format to do that. Yeah. So you might ask me why there's green eyes on him, and you can understand it after because my TV Paint for some freaking reason doesn't support alpha layers. I think it's called that. My cat just got tired of me talking. So here I'm quickly showing you the walk process. I did it really simply and sketchy because I knew that I'm going to somehow fix it later in After Effects. I didn't think that it was needed to put a lot of effort in, so it's simple shape. That's a background for lip sync part. Then there's a couple of gradients and additional layers that I used to, well, I don't know really how to explain it. Here's one shot of the grass and again gradients for shading and stuff. And I also did separately the mouth, so I could do the blood pouring from his mouth easily. Here's a quick look on the still pictures that I did, and also here's the green screen animation that I used to transport it from TV Paint to After Effects. And now we hop into After Effects. Here as I'm showing you how I did transparency with the green screen. First I wanted to show you all of my keys in After Effects, but now I'm looking at it and I think that you're not gonna be able to understand it anyway because of how quickly I show them, so I'm just gonna skip in that details, I think. There is a lot of layers, so it's probably really confusing. It was really confusing to me when I did this, so at first I wanted to explain all of it, but just gonna take so much time and I'm not sure if that's interesting enough. Maybe you can figure out this yourself. Basically, the lower the layer is, the lower it is on the screen. It works like just Photoshop layers basically. I also show you how I did the rain effects, how I used gradients that I showed you before. Here's how I did text appearing. For the change of atmosphere in a second replay lip sync part, I added a lot of layers, multiplayer layers, overlay layers. I just wanted it to look different from the first time you see the lip sync. I don't know why. I think it looks more interesting that way. Yeah. Well, here you can see that my After Effects crashed. And it happened a lot during the last scene. My PC can't handle it, like literally can't handle it. It's loading for ages, and that's the reason why I can't show you like in the real time, because it's just not loading fast enough. And it's not ever gonna load it fast enough. So with this scene I was working actually like blindfolded. The ones that come in the camera. Then it comes the animation walk cycle itself, then it comes the head, and yeah, that's kinda it. Here I switch on the layers in their order from lower to upper, so you can see like structure, I guess. Yeah, and here I'm struggling to download it, so it will show you in real time, but it's just not working, so yeah, that's kind of it. Thanks a lot for watching, and tell me if you're interested in videos like this for all my new maps or animations or memes, stuff like this. Tell me if it was helpful or at least interesting. I would love to see something like that from other animators on YouTube, especially ones that inspire me to animate. Also, if you want the more complex video about like how directly draw animation, when I'm just gonna start from scratch and build up an animation and explain everything that I do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.